Hey guys, I'm Viper and welcome to my F1 2017 Brazilian Grand Prix preview video. Now, before I start with the questions, obviously, regarding the Grand Prix, it should just be took note to quick that big congratulations to Lewis Hamilton for winning the Formula 1 Drivers' Championship, becoming a four-time world champion time with Vettel. And obviously a couple other guys as well, mainly Prost I think it is, Prost and obviously Vettel. So yeah, maybe more to come in the future, who knows. So obviously with both championships now wrapped up, with Mercedes clinching the constructors at Austin and Lewis clinching the drivers at Mexico, it's obviously there's nothing to play for now in terms of the championship. It's just everybody can just leather it in the last two races and show what they're really made of. And obviously work can begin on next year's cars, I mean, unless they haven't already. I would have done by now if I was a team, but yeah. Also congratulations to Max Verstappen on winning the Mexican Grand Prix. Pretty dominant drive as soon as there's a bit of an aggressive move to turn one, but not off the track limits, or he didn't really cut the corner or anything like that. There was a bit of contact I think with Vettel's rear wheel, but other than that, great drive, and hope to see more of that from you, Max. And obviously now that, like I said, now the championship's been wrapped up, hopefully Bottas and Raikkonen can actually fight for a race win, and not play second fiddle to the leaders, so Hamilton and Vettel in their teams. So yeah, should be interesting. There's also been news around Force India, mainly with Perez, about team orders being, released, so to speak. Personally, I don't think it would be a good idea, because it might just wreck. The drivers might end up crashing again and stuff like that. I mean, so far it seems to have worked with the team stepping in, and obviously it's telling the drivers, look, you can race. At the start of the year, saying, yeah, you can race, that's fine. Obviously they had a couple of collisions, and obviously the team stepped in with, look, you're not racing anymore. If we tell one person, if you're faster than the other, you still got a whole station, or you can only get ahead of them via a pit stop. It's up to you which way you want to do it, but you cannot battle each other on track. Personally, I think it works, and obviously it stops them from taking each other out, so yay. Anyway, enough of that. Brazilian Grand Prix this weekend, like I said, championship's been wrapped up, so it's everything to play for everybody. Everyone's just trying to prove how good they are now at this point. Whether like Lewis or Vettel wins, it really doesn't matter. The championship's over, so it's not, it doesn't really matter either way. So it'll just be a bit of fun for the drivers, I think now. I mean, some of them are still fighting for positions in the championship, but anyway, I'm sorry I've dragged this on a bit longer, so I'll get into the questions, which I think are relatively challenging, but we'll find out. So for question one, how many different layouts has there been for the Autodromo Jos Carlos Pache? I believe that's how you pronounce it. So the Brazilian Grand Prix circuit. Question 2. Ayrton Senna has got the most wins around the Brazilian Grand Prix. True or false? Question 3. Who won the action-packed 2003 Brazilian Grand Prix? Question 4. Which constructor has won the Brazilian Grand Prix the most? And finally, question 5. How many Brazilian drivers has there been in Formula 1? And those are your 5 questions. Now, it's on to obviously the prediction side of things. So, obviously, the championship's been wrapped up. Who do I think will win this? Personally, I can't see Mercedes winning this, because obviously of how tight and short the track is. I mean, straight line speed I suppose would be okay, but considering there's a lot of corners in the circuit, not nearly as many as like Singapore or Monaco. I think Ferrari will be strong here, but also Red Bull, because obviously they've showed that they're on the rise. Mercedes, 50-50 really. We're going to take a ballsy move and say Vettel to get pole, Vettel to win, Ricciardo finishing second, Raikkonen third, Lewis fourth, or maybe on the podium. I'd say Lewis fourth, and then fifth would be Raikkonen. So just to clarify, to recap, so pole position Sebastian Vettel, he'll then go on to lead and win, hopefully. I'm not really hoping that, but I'm guessing he will. Then Daniel Ricciardo second, Verstappen third, Lewis fourth, and Raikkonen fifth. I'd say that's a fairly good top 5. It's a bit mixed. Obviously there might be changes to that top 5, so they might have more of the Force Indians finishing 5th, or the Renault of Carlos Sainz might finish 5th. You never know what you're going to get, so obviously I'm just predicting what I think will happen. McLaren might actually be able to score some points this weekend. I mean, the track I'd say would be suited to them unless obviously there's an engine failure. But we'll find out. It is Felipe Massa's last race, because he did announce the other day that he was officially retiring. So obviously it's his last home Grand Prix properly this time. None of that getting re-signed by Williams again next year. He will be his last Grand Prix. So obviously to Felipe Massa, obviously he probably won't watch this, but yeah, thanks for providing us with a lot of entertaining races over the years. And obviously you've had your up, you've had a few downs. Obviously that major down coming in 2009 at the Hungarian Grand Prix when you had the head injury. But one thing I've got to hand to Felipe Massa, I know a lot of people will crap on him or actually support me in saying this, but and I think a lot of people might agree, was how he handled the defeat to Lewis Hamilton in 2008 at Brazil, when Felipe nearly won the championship. He did actually win the championship for about 10 seconds, and then Lewis obviously crossed the line and took the championship. So yeah, unlike, you know, crying or going off in a corner and being like a, you know, a baby about it, he took it like a man, really, which is good, because that's what you want to see from a driver. You don't want it seem like going, oh, I don't like it anymore and I'm leaving, and, you know, crying about it and everything. I mean, obviously he did cry about the race afterwards, saying like, you know, thank you for everything this year, guys, you've done everything. But, you know, the fact that he took it all in stride and, you know, built himself as a person was really good of him. So well done on that, you know, Felipe. Good to see that in him. And it's good for it was good for the sport at the time. It still is now. It still stands out as one of his, you know, most favourable moments. That, and when he got pole in Austria 2014, so that's another. But yeah, his final home race, so hopefully he does well and gets some points. That'll be a good finish for him. Probably not, a win's probably miles out of reach, so points will be good for him. But we'll see, you never know. And obviously the Brazilian Grand Prix has changeable weather, so should be interesting in that front, although I reckon it'll be nice and sunny. But you never know. Anyway, I've been rambling on for way too long. This video's gone for way too long. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here. So on that note, you know, as per usual, make sure to leave your answers down in the comments for the questions that I've asked, and obviously be sure to give me your predictions, so pole position and top 5 for the race. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, I've been Viper Racing, you guys have been awesome watching. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Ta-ra!